Merci.
Vas-y.
Fait que je travaille pour EMIA. Mon nom est Stéphane Racine. Je suis senior manager de l'équipe d'environnement BI et analytique chez EMIA. Je suis chez EMIA depuis 11 ans. On a fait la migration de Microstrategy en 2009. Puis depuis ce temps-là, on a passé par plein de versions, je vais vous montrer ça. Mais en gros, je suis aussi la liaison entre la business et l'IT. Je suis quelqu'un qui est business, je comprends bien les besoins des clients. Puis aussi, qu'est-ce qu'une plateforme BI comme Microstrategy peut offrir à mes clients pour tirer le plus de leur expérience BI. Ça, c'est pour ma présentation à moi. Like I said, I'll do English, French. Are you all English, French? All good? Okay. So, and if you have a question in French and English, don't hesitate. My English from Saint Jean is awesome. So, who we are? So EMIA is a data-driven marketing and loyalty analytic company. So we own and operate large-scale coalition loyalty program in the travel and the retail industry. We provide strategy, technology, service to power loyalty program on behalf of some of the world's biggest brands. In Canada, you know us for Aeroplan. So what we do, for those who are not familiar with Aeroplan, people accumulate miles at different retailers with Air Canada, with their credit card, with TD, CIBC, MX, and we do some analytics with that. We send you the best offer. So our role is really to personalize the offer, so we don't spam you, and we really try to send you the best offer so you can make the most of being loyal with a partner. So across all our business, our guiding principle is that we believe making business personal, working to help company know and form better relationship with the best customer. So having your data, you have to feel confidence that we take good care of your data, and we're not spamming you. So the idea is really to provide you the best service possible. So today I'm here to talk to you about our Aeroplan migration and the story of our Microstrategy implementation. So like I said, we started our journey in 2009, and also, like I said before, if you have any question, French, English, go for it. So during my presentation, I'm going to talk about our initial challenge. So before we acquired the tool, we implemented it, we had some work to do. What was our ongoing challenge during that whole migration? Because we encountered a lot of surprise, and we had to face them during the challenge. And after that, what do you do? Because once it's implemented, the journey is just beginning. So, once upon a time. So, why we decided to acquire Microstrategy? First, we had inefficient access to information. So we had some group in our organization that had access to a BI tool, but not everyone. And we had also a lot of group like marketing, we had our key account management, we had executive, and also our strategy team that had access to our analytic team, which through SAS, access to the database, they were pulling descriptive analytic to help the business take decision. As you know, or as you might have experienced, those teams, your analytic team can grow very fast with the demand of your business on a day-to-day basis. So for us, we had at some point we had 500 requests per year of descriptive analytic, and we felt like that was not making a good use of your analysts, that you need to know SAS and to be good at presentation, good at insight, etc. You get that person that can do many things, but you have him do something that he can be better use of. So we had also a lot of office mark, so people were extracting the data, they manipulate the data. I'm sure you have all faced this in your organization. Also, we had another problem we were facing is that when you have the analysts that pull ad hoc requests, you miss this guidance and ownership of data. So you don't have governance in place. Every analyst, they pull like an Excel, they send the insight in an email. After that, people, they look for that email. Can you send me back this analysis? They go to a meeting. You have two persons from two different departments having two different numbers, and you challenge each other all the time. And it doesn't make analytic, and like Mike was mentioning earlier, your intelligence everywhere, it's nowhere. So it's really important that we wanted that to be also in place. Our third thing is that we didn't have good user adoption. Because we had a BI tool that was only supported by IT, and we had an analytic team only working to satisfy some group but not the other, we were kind of working in silo. So we wanted to, as our existing platform was phasing out, we thought it was the right time for us to change our platform, but also to put, because it's one thing to have a new tool, but also we wanted to have a strategy in place to support the replacement of the tool. So here comes the vision. So we started with the implementation of Microstrategy. So we wanted a single view of the business where everybody was going central and getting the same information at one place. The second thing we did is we did a single view of the member where we simplify some business concept, because we also realized that all the business concepts were residing in all the code from the analyst. And we wanted to have this in our data warehouse so everybody used the same definition. But don't worry, this is a long road and we're still going through that. And all organizations today, they all face the same issue of having operational data, and the business needed a different way, you have different departments wanted a different way, and you need to understand each business need and be able to build the proper definition for your business, so you have a BI environment that have all those definitions that everybody agree. So the third thing, we wanted to acquire new data for our data warehouse. So web data, we also have like data sharing data from our bank now, so TD, CIBC, they send us your credit card transaction if you have like a TD Infinite. So we take this data, and it's very important that we make good use of it, but also we cross-reference with our different sources. And Microstrategy is, as Mike was mentioning earlier, it's very good to integrate all your data sources together. So we also have like Facebook, Twitter for sentiment analysis. So understand what make a member go from come in your program and after decide to disengage at some point. So this was very important, and we have integrated all that within our big data platform. So why we did that? This was very important because we wanted to free up our analytic team to be able to do more than just descriptive analytic. So this way we could come into this data vision. So initiate the change. So now that we have that vision, it was time to put it in place. So we started with that long journey where we had like 4 big areas. So the effort required to make it happen, the people that we had to focus on, and the data that need to be fixed, and lastly the process. Most of the organization, they're gonna have like a capex spending free. They're gonna buy a tool, and after that they realize that it's not just to buy the tool to implement it. It's also to have the right process, people, data, and effort in place. So we start our inventory of report, and we had a lot of surprise when we started, because like I was mentioning earlier, analytics was mostly focused on certain group, and we had other group also that was using our BI platform. So we find out that there was some report, for example, were very easy, some qualified medium, hard, and we had some dashboard And also, we realized that there was some group of people that they were good for self-serve. So you open the hood and you realize there's a team, they have like 50 reports, but all the reports, they're mostly the same. They just have like 5, 6 variables that are different. They have filtering that are different. This is a great opportunity for a self-serve environment. So those, instead of migrating the 50 report, we're like, okay, we're gonna build them an environment that they have the data at their fingertip, and they can pull like the data, like slice and dice the data the way they want. After that, we had end users that were like more like the simple report where you have like just they answer a couple of questions, like for example a department, a set of date. So those we put them in a category. And lastly, we had like the executive report, where what we wanted is to have the executive receiving the report based on the schedule and based on the filter like last 3 months, quarterly, year-to-date, etc. So that was the effort that we measured. After that, we have the data that we need to fix. So like I was mentioning earlier, it's very important to understand your business definition and build your data warehouse based on this. If you don't do it up front, what's going to happen is that you're going to have all your business definition within the Microstrategy tool, and it's probably going to be hard-coded because people they don't think like to create grouping and bucket and put all the category, for example, all your product all together in the same bucket. So what's going to happen is you're going to end up a lot of hard coding, and when you're going to build those definitions in your data warehouse, you're going to have to re-engineer how you report. I'm saying that because it happened to us. So also we have the integration of multiple sources. So when we look at the inventory, there were some people that was using like a SQL server as a source. They had an Excel sheet that was populated by some group. So we had to integrate all that together within the platform. The good news is that there was nothing that MicroStrategy could not do for us that the previous platform was doing. And one of the things I want to mention is that Mike mentioned it this morning, but the reason why we acquired MicroStrategy is because it was a unified tool where there was just one application and the user could do everything within the same application, which we thought that was very good for user adoption. Which brings me to the education, democratization, and champion. So when you implement your tool, it's very important to think about your users. And sometimes, like I said earlier, you just deploy the tool, you don't think of this different level of users within your organization. And it's very important that you take the time to train them appropriately. So for us, for most of the users, they were okay with basic reporting. Some users were more challenged, they were resistant to change. So those I had to take them separately and do more sessions with them. So what we're doing in our organization is that we have prepared a set of training at different levels. So we have a 101, a 201, 301. And we have recorded like the training, but also we're providing like some specific training per department. So because people, it's easier for them that when they touch the tool, they play with the tool, that they play with their own data. So you might come to a MicroStrategy conference for 5 days, like we were mentioning earlier, but it's very important that you play with your data also at some point, because that's where you're going to feel like you understand your data and you know how the tool relate with your data, and this way you become more comfortable. The other thing is the champion. So like I said, we had end user, we had super user and power users. So if you're able to identify super user and power user in your organization, take them as an ambassador. They're very important, they'll be key for your enterprise, and you should not diminish the influence that those people can have for the success of your implementation. The last thing is the process. So for us, the process, so it was all about the governance. This, we start a little late on this, and I have to say that this is key because with the proper data governance, people will have a single point of contact. The communication will be from that single point of contact. Also, there's going to be correct information that will be used in those definitions that you're going to have in the glossary. And everything will rely on a centralized metadata management to ensure that you have business continuity. Because once you start this project of migration, your journey is just beginning. So the project will be done, the report will be migrated, but after that you're just starting. And all of this will promote consistency, efficiency, and reusability of your data. Any questions so far? Good? I'm clear? Thank you. Lunch was good? Okay, so first, so when we did the inventory, we had the systemic syndrome. So our data warehouse, we had a lot of surprise because we realized there was a lot of table that we were not using, but there was table that other departments were using. So we had to understand their data, to be familiar with their report, familiar with their needs, and make sure that we deliver the right solution for them. When the warehouse not enough, so like I mentioned, there was also external source that we had to decide, are we importing them in the data warehouse, and how we make sure that they're bring to Microstrategy, and that for the user it's a seamless adoption. The third part was when reporting become an ETL tool. We mentioned that a little this morning, but a lot of people like to use the BI tool to extract data. They become familiar, they know that it's their source of data, so they can just drag and drop the information, they don't need to understand SQL. And after that, they take this, they put that in Excel, and sadly that's where they start manipulating the data instead of manipulating in the BI tool and make their finding at the service of all others. This is very important because when you do Excel, it always sits in your desktop, and that's not good for user adoption. And and lastly, there was a lot of dependency on those Excel marked. So we did the migration. It took us like a year and a half to do the migration. We went a little over because we wanted to make sure that we deliver some self-serve solution, and also there was a dashboard that took us a little more time. But I have to say, with the migration, we reduced the number of reports by 100%, and we also increased the user adoption across our whole organization. So the second great thing that happened is those fewer routine questions. So all the descriptive analytic that we were doing with the analytic team, we have now reports in Microstrategy where user could just say, you know what, I want to have the number of transactions, number of miles for this promotion at a specific time, and everybody was comfortable with doing that. And this for us was like a big gain because I'll show you later, we were able to shift to something else. So also we reach a larger audience because now with the self-serve, everybody is using Microstrategy, so key account management and also marketing team are using it. And the last thing is it raised awareness on our data warehouse and governance, because you know what? When your organization is relying on the analytic team to pull the data, they're not aware of all the data issue you have. So having a tool like Microstrategy and having the user touching the data themselves, they understand that what the analyst has to do and all the massage he has to do to come to the information that the person needs to take decision. So for us, that was a very good eye-opener for the business, and realize that we need to invest in our data warehouse and also invest in our data governance. So now the times they are changing. So No, we thought that would be great. We were just like, okay, no more descriptive analytic, analysts can now do whatever they were aspiring for, so predictive analytic, storytelling, data viz, and all that. The thing is, when you've been doing all that descriptive analytic for so long, you need to reassess what your analytic team is good for. And for us, that was also, so for us, it was time to think about this new breed that we had in our team. So we had to think about the skills that we had in our team. We had to think about who had the potential to be doing more than just descriptive analytic. And we had to kind of realign the whole analytic team. So, so while we had Microstrategy, that was good for the descriptive analytic. So that was a very good challenge for us, and it was a good opportunity for the people, and we say that the analyst doesn't have to be the cook in the kitchen anymore, and he can be sitting with the business, understand the data with the business, and help take decisions. So here's what we were able to do now with the implementation of Microstrategy. So we have more predictive analytic. We have more text mining in our business solution. We're also able to take real-time decision with the automated analytic that we have in MicroStrategy. We're more integrated with the customer connection because now we're able to integrate all the data together. And last but not least, we're able to have our report look better with the data viz than having them in Excel and be static. So you allow your user to take the time to understand the data. I always say that when the analyst deliver an insight, it's always what the business asks for. But when the business has a chance to look at the data, they have a chance to look around also. So they look at the data, they see the insight, but after they're like, yeah, but I see this outlier, why is that? I can do previous one, and you can look like previous year, and you understand better the data. So also, what this aspires us to is to be able to have our analytic team focus on big data. So we were able to integrate all those data and touch point that I was talking earlier. So all the structured data, unstructured data, and also real-time data. Also, we had the analysts to be able to tell stories. So with the tool that is more intuitive and interactive and can be used anywhere. And also we had like the actual insights, so we're able to generate more value to our organization by focusing with analytics that is more advanced. That's it. Thank you. Any question? Yes?
Tu disais qu'il y avait beaucoup de services aussi qui étaient faits en SaaS avant dans l'analytique. Est-ce que vous en avez toujours? Comment vous avez réussi à...
On a plus qu'avant. Oui. Ce qu'on a fait, c'est qu'on a acheté Enterprise